So guys, P2B have come out to say something about this issue of VDM arrest. And like I said, I don't know what this country Nigeria is turning into. Like, I'm seriously not understanding anything anymore. VDM came out and was saying things rather what these people are doing, GT Bank are doing to her mother's money. That was the only crime this man committed, and then called out the GTB bank. What they should have done is they should say, okay, where are we defaulting? But guess what? They worked hand in hand with EFCC and they arrested the VeryDarkMan. Why? Nigeria, why? So follow me through this article because I think P2B have come out to say something. So P2B condemns VeryDarkMan's arrest. Alleged Nance. So the 2023 presidential candidate of Labour Party, P2B, on Sunday condemned the arrest of Martin Vincent Otse, which you all know as VeryDarkMan VDM, saying the action was carried out in a manner that left many Nigerians unsettled. Like, it was so bad. Obi said in a statement that the manner in which VDM was arrested closely resembled an abduction, a disturbing method that not only creates fear but also risks being mimicked by criminal elements. He emphasized that Nigerians begin to struggle to distinguish between legitimate arrest and unlawful adoption. We will lose a vital layer of national security and accountability. This trend is not new. We must recall that even our esteemed judges, the last line of defense for justice, have suffered similar indignities in recent years when those who interpret the law are treated with such disregard. It is difficult to expect that ordinary citizens will feel protected under the law, he said. The LP chief lamented that the method are beginning to affect the economic and business environment. Obi said the backlash directed at GT Bank, allegedly linked to the circumstances surrounding Mr. Otse's arrest, as VDM's arrest, has had serious reputational consequences. At a time when investors' confidence is already fragile, we must do all we can to avoid actions that tarnish institutions or undermine the trust of both citizens and the international community. One cannot help but ask, was it impossible to invite Mr. Otse in a civil, transparent, and legal manner? Would that not have spared Nigerians, GT Bank, and our national image the unnecessary shame and losses we now witness? He also stated that the alleged abduction of a Nance president raises critical questions about the independence of student leadership and the subtle erosion of young voices in democracy. He said Nigeria's youth should not feel coerced, silenced, or absorbed into political agendas that do not reflect their will, stressing that the oppression of young voices, whether through force, patronage, or intimidation, is a dangerous path that we must not normalize. We must return to a Nigeria where justice is done and is seen to be done without treaties and abuse. A country where youth can speak freely, judges can serve with dignity, and institutions act responsibly. That is Nigeria we must build, he said. Then tomorrow somebody is telling me, why are we supporting P2B? Why is P2B this? Could you imagine what these people are doing? They're now as if they're now doing another into adoption. Like, they came without even showing the proof of evidence, like without showing any identity that they are EFCC or DSS or criminals or kidnappers. None. They just came and took VDM away. Could you imagine source? And now this thing have raised protests. Like, protest is now ongoing in many places right now. Protest is going worldwide now. Just take a look at this protest. I'll be with you guys in a minute.
GT is very dark man! Why is very dark
So GT just announced now that their bank won't work. Look at the security man announcing it. So we just announced that they won't work, that their server is not functioning.
Why is GT Bank always in the habit of pulling EFCC for their customers whenever they complain of strange activities or excessive charges in their bank account? Why? VDM is not the first person that the Guarantee Trust Bank will pull EFCC for complaining of excessive charges on his or her bank accounts. I know GT Bank have said that people are giving rumors that GT has no hand in it, but the coincidence is too much. VDM is not the first person. Innocent Motor suffered the same thing in the hands of Guarantee Trust Bank. They almost ran into a financial problem, but God saved them. Innocent Motor auditors audited the accounts and said that GT Bank excessively charged them 770 million, excessively deducted 770 million from the account. GT Bank said it's a lie. They called their own auditor. The auditors edited the account and said it was 550 million. By the time they were done, when it was time to pay, problem arise. Just like what happened to VDM. Instead of paying the money, GT Bank pulled EFCC on Innocent Motors, trying to intimidate Innocent. They pulled EFCC. When the EFCC failed, they pulled Nigerian police. From Nigerian police, the Attorney General of the Federation took over the case. At the end of the day, Innocent won them all. And he was awarded about 4.2 billion from 500 something million. 4.2 billion. Again, the Nigerian custom fraudulently seized Innocent goods and accused Innocent of not paying the right import duty. Before Innocent could clear himself, they had fraudulently auctioned his goods. Innocent went to court, won them in court, and the court ordered Guarantee Trust Bank, gave them garnish order, which means pay Innocent from the account of custom in your bank. You garnish order means you don't need the consent of Nigerian custom. It is an order. Instead of Guarantee Bank to pay, they went to court. You would have expected as a financial institution that they would have celebrated with Innocent that he won a court battle that would have affected his business, impacted his business negatively. A court battle that threatened his business. You would have expected them to celebrate with him that he won. Instead, they went to court to challenge the judgment, and they lost it. Nigerian custom denied Guarantee Trust Bank, so the liability fell on Guarantee Trust Bank, and that made the money they were owing Innocent. As we speak today, the money should be around 30 billion. That was what it is. I don't know the full details. I don't know if they are paid, but at the time they told courts that they couldn't pay, that if they paid, they will go bankrupt. Why is Guarantee Trust Bank behaving like a mafia group? Why is Guarantee Trust Bank turning customer care to customer intimidation? Guarantee Trust Bank, you are giving Innocent loan to do business. Yet when he has a problem that threatened him, that if that problem had persisted, it would have affected his ability to pay back the loan he collected from you people. But no, he won the case, and you are taking the case to court, challenging. Guarantee Trust Bank is behaving like those criminals that lend you money and go behind and do everything possible to make sure that you are not able to pay back the loan they lent you, so that they can confiscate whatever collateral that you use in collecting that loan. That is exactly what this attitude of Guarantee Trust Bank looks like. What it means that if you're a businessman and you're doing business with Guarantee Trust Bank, any day you accuse them, you suspect strange activity or suspicious deduction from your account, and you approach Guarantee Trust Bank or take them to court, they will search your account. If you ever, for any reason, fell foul of the law through your account, they will implicate you so that they can use that to intimidate you, to silence you, so they don't pay back whatever they owe you. Imagine if Innocent Motors had one suspicious activities, because at the time Guarantee Trust Bank was accusing them, saying that the document was forged, this one was this, trying to what? Invalidate their transaction with Guarantee Trust Bank so that they will not pay what they owe Innocent. So if you are a businessman and you know that you are doing a business which by mistake, if you are found wanting in any area, Guarantee Trust Bank might not be the bank for you, except you have muscle to follow them like Innocent, where the case will get to Supreme Court. Or you are like VDM, who is not afraid of taking one room inside the cell. Otherwise, Guarantee Trust Bank might not be for you. their behavior is strange. Or if you are part of those boys they call, is it Yahoo boys? I don't know if Guarantee Trust Bank is for you. This was a bank. Innocent was collecting loan from them. And Innocent collected loan. By the time he repaid the loan, finished, his auditors found out that GT Bank has excessively deducted money to the tune of about 770 million. But GT Bank said it's about 550 million. The question is, for a financial institution to make a mistake of 550 million is too much of a mistake. It's too much of a mistake. Now, each time Guarantee Trust Bank have problem with customer, the EFCC come in. Why is it that EFCC and Guarantee Trust Bank is behaving as one institution? EFCC look like an arm of Guarantee Trust Bank, and Guarantee Trust Bank look like an arm of EFCC. Why? Is there anybody in EFCC who is a major stakeholder in Guarantee Trust Bank? Or is there anybody in Guarantee Trust Bank who has a man in EFCC? These are questions we don't know, and we are seeking to find out. If they can do this to Innocent, imagine what they will do to an ordinary person that does not have the muscle to stand the intimidation. At a point, they even issued a warrant of arrest against Innocent. Against Innocent. They even went to his factory in Enugu, slapped some of his staff. I think they slapped his family members so in Enugu, trying to intimidate him. Just a customer case issue moved to EFCC, from EFCC to police, from police to Attorney General, accused of fraud, accused of forgery, accused. There was nothing they didn't accuse him of. Instead of paying back the money to Innocent. Guarantee Trust Bank. It is not good for a bank to behave like a mafia group. It is not good. Bank is supposed to be filled with integrity and not acting with thuggish. Not this thuggish approach or trying to silence customers when they notice fraudulent activities or suspicious activities in their accounts. We watch and see how this case with VDN will end. But one thing is certain: if you are banking with Guarantee Trust Bank, if you suspect anything in your account, please, if the money is not big, just forfeit it. Except you want to fight with EFCC, Nigerian Police, and Attorney General, just like it happened with Innocent. For VDN, we are at the stage of EFCC. Very soon, we will enter police. From the police, probably the Attorney General. That is where it will end. But this is not a laughing matter. So when you are banking, does it mean that if you are banking with EFCC, they are keeping receipts? If a customer have problem with Guarantee Trust Bank, does it mean they will give out leaks to implicate the person, finding a way to discredit you so that they don't pay back the money they owe you? Nobody knows. As in, by the last time I checked, I think the money they were owing Innocent was about 30 billion. I don't know how far the case have gone now in the repayment of the amount. But this move from Guarantee Trust Bank against VDN, instead of customer care service, they are turning it into customer care adoption. Even though they are denying that it is not them. But the coincidence is too much.
That what happening is very bad. Like, it's very bad. It's sending bad image to people outside the country. And then people are asking why are foreign investors not coming to Nigeria? This is all the reasons. Because tell me how somebody will see all these things and then still come out and invest in Nigeria. It does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. Because seeing all this things in Nigeria does not make me want to invest, and I see all this things, I cannot come invest because even the bank are no longer acting according to law. Imagine ganging up with EFCC to arrest somebody because the person called out your bank for doing the bad thing, the wrong things, which you should have taken correction and then make amends. You went ahead to arrest. Now that people are closing up their accounts with your bank, let's see how GT Bank will run. Let's see how it runs. Let's see how it runs. Because right now people are tired. People are fed up with Nigeria. People are fed up with the law, the culture, the lawlessness. Thank God for people that always comes out to even say the truth. And then some people are still attacking people for coming to say the truth. So in Nigeria, we are our own problem. And the earlier we learn to tackle this better for us. Let me get your views in the comment section, guys.